Hey, Eric. I got back from the hospital your mom's staying at today. The doc said she's getting discharged next month.
Oh, really? Oh man, I gotta tell you. I thought it was just a broken bone. I had no idea she'd end up staying in hospital this long. Well, I'm pleased she's finally gonna be getting out, you know. Oh, she must be so relieved. What did she say?
I guess she is glad, but we're not out of the woods yet, you know? There's still the minor issue of her not being able to walk at all. What are we gonna do about that? She still has to get around on crutches.
Oh, so what?
So, who's gonna look after her? She's gonna be all on her own if she goes back to her place.
Wait a sec, you mean you're not gonna do it?
Me? Are you being serious? How am I supposed to do it? I'm busy with work.
You only work part-time. You've been visiting her in hospital non-stop since she got admitted, taking her things, helping her move around the ward. You're basically already her carer, so you obviously have the time.
I only did those things because you asked me to. It's not like I didn't make sacrifices.
Well, the only difference now is instead of helping her at the hospital, you'll be helping her at home. What's the problem?
To tell you the truth, I wasn't exactly crazy about driving out to the hospital every day either. I only did it because there was no one else. Believe me, I didn't want to. Did you forget how badly she bullies me?
Shouldn't that be past tense? She stopped recently, right? I think she realized the error of her ways because you were so kind to her in hospital, you know? I bet she feels bad about the bullying now since you're constantly going out there to take her things. My mom's changed, Luna.
I'm pretty sure that's only because there are other people around, and she doesn't want them to know how horrible she is to me. She still grumbles and complains about the pettiest things when it's just the two of us. Not only that, but she still barks orders at me over a message just like always.
You're a big girl, babe. You're strong enough to take it. If anyone has what it takes to look after my mom, it's you. All you have to do is help her get around and keep on top of things around the house. I mean, you're so good at it by this point. It would be a shame to let your skills go to waste, right? Right?
All I have to do? You talk about it like it's nothing. Do you have any idea how much of my day looking after your mom eats up? It's not a question of whether I'm capable or not. It's a question of whether I get to live my own life. Besides, my responsibilities would skyrocket. The hospital has been taking care of the food and cleaning until now, but that all fall to me at her place. I'd be going from helping out a little here and there to being her literal full-time carer.
Don't be ridiculous, babe. It's a broken leg, not dementia. There's still plenty she can do. It's fine. Take a chill pill.
The reason I'm saying these things is because it's not fine, Eric. Remember back when all this started? It'll only be while she's in hospital, babe. You can go back to normal when she gets out, babe. What happened to that? You never said anything about looking after her when she gets out, and it's not fair of you to spring it on me like this.
What do you propose we do with her then?
We? She's your mom, Eric, and she hasn't been nice enough to me to warrant me going out of my way to help her. The bottom line is, I won't be looking after her when she gets discharged, and that's final. If you're so worried, look after her yourself. If you want my honest opinion, I think she'd be better off in a care facility till she can walk again.
You want to dump my mom in an old folks' home? She's only in her 60s.
Doesn't have to be an old folks' home. There are all kinds of places that look after the disabled or people who aren't so good on their feet. That way, she'll have a team of trained professionals to help her and be surrounded by people in similar situations. Surely that beats being cooped up at home all on her own with me, dropping by at great inconvenience to myself to provide care I'm not even qualified to give?
God damn it. Well, I can't believe she's finally set to get discharged, and this is your attitude. I'd feel bad about putting her in a facility. Sure, she'd be alone a lot, but she feels comfortable at home.
If you feel that bad, look after her yourself. She's not my problem.
I work like a dog every day at the office to put food on the table for you. You can't seriously be telling me to look after my mom on top of that.
I'm saying figure something out yourself. If looking after her yourself isn't an option, then you'll have to go arrange for her to go somewhere else.
God damn it. How can you be so heartless? This is the woman who gave birth to me we're talking about here.
I know that. She won't let me forget. She uses the fact she's my mother-in-law as justification to treat me like her slave. Believe me, I wanted us to get along more than anything.
Look after her then.
Keyword being wanted. I gave up when I realized what a venomous bully she is. She clearly has no intention of building a healthy, respect-based relationship with me. So why should I go out of my way to help her? She lets herself into her house and throws my cooking and personal belongings in the trash without even telling me. She demands I divorce you every time I have the misfortune of seeing her. Why would I want to care for someone who treats me like that?
That's just what mother-in-laws are like.
It amazes me that you think you can explain this away with a single sentence. How many times have I told you about all the crap she puts me through? In spite of that, you haven't said a single thing to her. It's like you don't even care.
Why rock the boat and let a petty squabble between in-laws turn into a fully fledged family-wide drama? If you guys have beef, you need to hash it out between yourselves.
The reason I'm telling you for the 1,000th time is because this isn't something I can fix on my own. She's your mother, for crying out loud, Eric. You should be the one responsible for arranging her care.
Well, fine. I see how it is. Looks like I'll have to deal with this myself. I need you to carry on looking after her till she gets discharged, but I'll figure something out for when she does.
Really? I'm repeating myself here, but let me make it crystal clear that I will absolutely not drive to and from her house to look after her when she gets out.
Geez, enough already. I heard you. You got some nerve. You know that, woman? I'm busy enough as it is, and now you're palming your jobs off onto me. Everyone knows it's a wife's sworn duty to look after her in-laws, but obviously common sense doesn't apply to you.
Sworn duty? I think that might be pushing it a little. You know, I actually wouldn't mind looking after her if she wasn't so horrible to me.
Whatever, I've heard enough. I'm gonna take care of everything to do with her discharge and the arrangements afterwards. In return, I need you to keep your mouth shut about her for a change.
Fine by me, as long as I don't have to look after her.
Fine. Don't forget this conversation, Luna. Luna, I just got done talking with Mom about what's gonna happen when she gets out of hospital.
How did it go?
It's good. We made a decision. The move will be taking place next month.
Really? I'm pleased to hear she understands it's for the best. Where will she be moving?
Well, my mom's not the one moving. We are.
Excuse me? What are you talking about?
Me and you are moving in with my mom next month. I take it you got no objections to that?
What? We're moving in with your mom? Why would you agree to that?
Agree? No, I was the one who suggested it. She said she didn't want to live in a home full of crusty old bedwetters, so I figured me and you moving in with her was the best option.
The best option? How do you work that one out? You mean because I'll be the one responsible for looking after her?
Yeah, you said you didn't want to drive to and from her house to look after her. And to be fair, that would be super inefficient. I thought on it a little, and that's when it hit me. My stroke of genius. I figured if we move in with her, you can look after her without wasting all that time on the road.
What the hell are you talking about? It wasn't the driving part I wanted to avoid. I can't believe you, Eric. The reason I said no is because I don't want anything to do with her. I was able to tolerate her at the hospital because I didn't have to spend much time alone with her thanks to the nurses. I'm not joking when I say I'll have a nervous breakdown if we have to live under the same roof.
You don't know that unless you try.
No, Eric. I know damn well how awful she makes me feel, and I don't need to intentionally subject myself to her company any further to understand. There is no way I'm moving in with her.
Look, think about it, babe. We won't even have to pay rent if we live with my mom. We could save so much money. Mom said we only have to pay for our food. The merits are endless.
This isn't about the money. I can't be under the same roof as your mom 24/7. I'll go insane.
She can't even move without help. What's the worst she could do? A few unpleasant comments here and there, the occasional frown. Jesus, Luna, I thought you were made of stronger stuff than this. I don't get why it has to be such a big deal. Does a frail old lady who can barely move by herself terrify you that much?
I'm not scared. I'm just physiologically impossible for me to live in the same house as her. How would you feel about living under the same roof as someone who hated your guts and went out of their way to make you as miserable as possible?
She's family. What choice do we have?
That's funny. I lost count of how many times she told me I'm not part of your family.
Are you really this tilted over the nonsensical ramblings of an old age pensioner? Stop being so neurotic.
Not wanting to live with my abuser makes me neurotic? Wow, you really have absolutely no intention of trying to understand how I feel, do you?
Right back at you. You don't understand my feelings either. Why do you think I suggested we move in with her? I did this for you. You said you didn't want to waste time driving to and from her house, so I came up with an alternative. And this is how you repay my kindness.
Kindness? Give me a break!
Enough of this crap. We're moving in with my mom, and that's the end of it. I already told the landlord we'll be leaving next month. Start packing up our stuff. We're moving in the day before her discharge.
Understood. I'll start getting everything together.
What? Am I hallucinating? Did you actually... Whoo! Yippee! Whoop-de-frickin'-doodle-doo! I see, babe. This wasn't so hard. Why couldn't you have just been like this from the get-go? My mom said she's gonna fix up that contrarian personality of yours when we live together. She can't wait to have you. She's promised she'll never disobey my orders again once she's done with you. Oh, Luna, you done with everything at the apartment?
Yep. I'm just about to leave and hand the key back to the landlord.
Oh, good. The removal van just got to my mom's place. They're carrying our stuff in now.
Cool.
Jesus, Luna. Some of these boxes are so dusty. Couldn't you have made them look a little more presentable before sending them off with the removal guys? They're gonna think we're poor. And make sure you clean up once we're moved in. I'm not gonna let you make a mess of my mom's house.
Do it yourself.
Hey, don't disobey me, woman. I was at work all day yesterday and I'm tired. Besides, I'm exhausted from changing mom's bed sheets and taking out the trash just now. Hey, wait a sec. Hey, something's not right here. The removal guys only brought my stuff in. What happened to yours? Is there a problem?
Nope, no problems. I'm not moving in with you. Good luck caring for your mom.
You're not moving in with us? What? What are you talking about? This some kind of prank?
I never agreed to move in the first place. That's why I won't be joining you.
But you said... you said you would. Wait a second, let me check the message. Yeah, you said you understood.
That was in response to you ordering me to start packing our things up.
What the hell? How can you do this to me on the day of the move? If you didn't want to come, you should have just freaking told me.
Go on, scroll through the messages again. I think you'll find I told you plenty of times. You just ignored me, as always. You decided we were moving in with your mom without me, so I decided not to come without you. You hardly have any right to complain.
What about my poor mom? I work full time. I don't have time to be a goddamn living carer.
Not my problem. I told you I didn't want anything to do with her. This could all have been avoided if you just listened. Looks like your stubborn arrogance finally came back to bite you in the ass, huh, Eric? She would have kicked the bullying into high gear when she had me at her place. I would have been so dependent on her, I wouldn't have been able to do a thing about it. There isn't a wife on the planet who'd willingly put themselves in that situation.
Forget this crap, Luna. You've had your fun now. Just hurry up and get over here.
No chance.
If you don't come this instant, me and you are getting a divorce. I mean it, I'll do it.
Great. Can't wait.
Huh?
I did this knowing full well it meant divorce. You're a scumbag of epic proportions, and the sooner you disappear from my life, the better.
Who the hell do you think you're speaking to, bitch? You work part-time. Even worse, you're in your 30s. You don't seriously think you can get by without me around to support you?
I'll take a life of potential uncertainty over the one of guaranteed misery I get living as you and your mom's slave and verbal punching bag.
I'll never forgive you for this, bitch. You just made the biggest mistake of your life. If you don't get your ass over here right now, I'm telling my mom. Don't think I'm gonna let you escape. I won't sign the divorce papers. Hello? You there? Luna, answer me. Hey! Luna, please respond. I'm so sorry. I'm begging you to respond.
Hey, Eric. I just got done talking to my lawyer. He said if you refuse to sign the divorce papers, I can take you to divorce court. It sounds like a lot of trouble, but If you won't sign, then I'll have no choice.
Luna, wait, please don't do this. Can't we just talk things through?
What is there to talk about? Asset division?
No, not that. The divorce itself. You're not even letting me have a say. I don't want a divorce.
This is rich. You're the one who threatened me with divorce if I wouldn't move in with you and your mom.
That was just, well, no, I was joking. Or, I just wanted to scare you a little because she made me mad.
That's a shame, Eric, because I do want a divorce. Like, really, really, really badly. We're never getting back together, and nothing you say could ever change that.
Why'd you have to be like this? People move in with their in-laws all the time.
What's your point? That you base all of your actions on what other people do without any thought of your own? I guess your little pea-brain would struggle with something as complex as independent thought. Your mom needs near full-time care. But more than that, her sole purpose for existing seems to be to make my life a living hell. I'd have to be nuts to live with her. I made this all clear before, so you can hardly be surprised. This is your own stupid fault for being too stubborn to listen to me. I can't be married to a guy who's not capable of communicating with me.
I'm sorry, I should have asked you if it was what you wanted. I know I've been an idiot, but I was really worried about leaving my mom on my own.
I understand that, but the responsibility of caring for someone who's almost incapable of moving around on their own is huge. It's not something that should be taken on lightly, and especially not without discussing it properly first. The fact you demand I look after your mom, despite knowing how horrible she is to me, told me all I need to know about how you really are as a person, Eric. Whatever it was I saw in you when we got married, I don't see it anymore. I wouldn't move in with your mother if you paid me.
I'm sure she'll realize what an amazing person you are once we all live together. Yeah, that's it. The only reason she was like that with you up to now is because she doesn't know the real you. Remember when you said before you wanted you and her to get along? Well, this is your chance, babe.
That was before she started bullying me. And please, Eric, you must think I'm a total moron. You told me she was gonna fix up my contrarian personality when we moved in together. The idea of having anything more to do with either of you makes me physically sick. I stopped seeing you as my husband the moment you start treating me like your subordinate instead of your wife.
Please, Luna, I'm really, really sorry. I didn't want to do what I did. I just didn't think I had a choice because of how desperate my mom's situation is. I wanted to do whatever it took to convince you to move in with her.
Yes, I know how selfish you are. You don't need to remind me. There was never anything to convince me because I told you categorically that it wouldn't be happening from the get-go.
Fine. Fine, you win. You don't have to move in with her. How about just paying her visits 3 times a week instead?
You cannot be being serious right now. Does everything I say to you go straight in one ear and out the other? This isn't a question of being a live-in versus a visiting carer. It's a question of me walking away and never looking back. We're getting a divorce, you imbecile.
Please, baby, I'm in a really difficult situation here. Mom can't move without her crutches and she's super stressed. She keeps demanding I do everything, housework, helping her move. I even had her help her sit down on the toilet earlier. She called me 25 times while I was at work today. The house was like a bomb site when I got back. She's clearly not capable of doing this by herself, and I think she might lose her mind at this rate. And me along with her.
So what you're saying is, you want me to do all that crap instead? Thank God I didn't move in with you. Best decision of my life.
I'm sorry, I really messed up, babe. I should never have treated you that way. But if you come back, I promise we'll do this as a team. I'll always be by your side, I promise. I promise I won't leave everything to you. Want to know why that is? Because I love you, my honey munchkin.
Don't honey munchkin me, jerk! You said the exact same thing when she got admitted to the hospital. And what happened? I ended up doing everything. You didn't even help out on your days off. You were always out drinking with your buddies while I was going to and from the hospital like a damn delivery service. If I ever had the nerve to take issue with you, you give me the same old "I'm busy with work" excuse and palm everything off on me.
I know that, babe. Everything you said is true. I treated you unfairly. but I promise things will be different this time.
It's too late. You didn't protect me from her bullying, and you forced me to do everything at the hospital while ignoring everything I said the whole time. If that wasn't bad enough, you decided we were moving in with her without so much as asking my opinion. I don't need a piece of garbage like you in my life, Eric, so you can go crawl in the trash where you belong for all I care. We're never getting back together, so just hurry up and sign the paper so we can be done with it.
No, please, please, please. I don't want a divorce.
The only reason the divorce scares you so much is because it means looking after your mom all by yourself. You don't have an honest bone in your body. I'm sick and tired of you, and I want out.
No, Luna, that's not why at all. I don't want a divorce because I love you. You're the most important person in the world to me. I just took you for granted, that's all. The truth is, I think you're way out of my league. You're beautiful, funny, kind, and caring. Meeting you was the best thing that ever happened to me. Well, I can change. I mean it. I'm ready to turn over a new leaf. I'll never make you do anything you don't want to ever again. And we'll always discuss things before making decisions from now on. Please, just reconsider the divorce. Please, just give me another chance.
You already had more than enough chances. You're the one who blew him. I don't love you anymore, Eric. Scratch that. I don't even like you.
I'm so sorry. I know I messed up. Please, help me. I don't know how I'll get through this without you.
You want my help? Why would I do anything for a guy who ignored and ridiculed me when I asked him to help me? You said you'd take care of your mom's situation all on your own. Live up to your word and quit pestering me with your incessant whining. You shouldn't threaten me with divorce if you weren't willing to go through with it, coward. I had no choice but to take Eric to divorce court. However, in a hilarious irony, he was so busy trying to juggle the mammoth responsibility of working full-time and caring for his mom that he couldn't make it to the hearings, which means I won by default, and I got my divorce without a hitch. The whole thing cost me more money and time than I would have liked, but I guess it's a small price to pay for cutting ties with a mother-in-law and husband from hell. I couldn't be more relieved that that phase of my life is over. Eric sent me a letter of apology through his lawyer after everything was finalized. Needless to say, the letter, on which nothing was written but a hastily scribbled, "Please take me back," went in the trash immediately. I guess he was too busy to write anything else. I like to think his writing was interrupted by yells of, "Son, I need the toilet again!" Realizing his only two options were to look after his mom himself or put her in a care home, he decided to try and set the wheels in motion for the latter. But his mom, who other than her bad leg, was absolutely fine and still pretty energetic for her age, was vehemently opposed to the idea and gave him the telling off of a lifetime for even suggesting it. The thought that he's far too busy to look for love again is incredibly reassuring because it means no one else will have to go through what I went through, and he has to suffer the consequences of his actions all on his own. I hope the two of them stay confined to their bitter, hostile, stress-filled world for as long as possible. That way, they won't be able to bother anyone else. I decided on a change of career while me and Eric were working through the divorce proceedings and started studying to be a carer. I passed my exams with flying colors after a year of study, and now I work full-time in a care home. You might think that's odd, but it wasn't because I didn't like the thought of looking after people that I refused to move in with Eric's mom. It was because I didn't want to look after her. Things can get stressful at work, but it's nothing compared to what I went through back then. And while I may come home exhausted every night, I know I'm making a difference in the world. And that's an amazing feeling. Want to know something else that's nice? Getting paid for my work. If I'd have been dumb enough to move in with Eric's mom, I wouldn't have seen a cent for my efforts. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't anxious about what the future might hold back at the time of the divorce, but everything went surprisingly smoothly, and I'm enjoying adjusting to my new life. I'll never suppress my feelings for the sake of another person, again. Because if we do that, whose life are we really living? My number one priority is my own happiness from here on out. Who knows? Maybe someday I'll meet someone to share it with.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.